All right, everybody, and welcome to EDUC 833. So the way these courses work in the fall is we have class Monday night. And so the semester starts on a Tuesday. So we don't actually meet this week until we don't meet this week. And then next week is Labor Day. And so we don't meet next week either. So we don't actually meet until the third week of classes, which is 9/9. But having said that, there are things I'm going to be asking you to do over the next 2 weeks to get us ready for 9/9, as well as sort of get us ready for the semester. Before I talk about that, though, I'm going to talk a bit about the plan for the semester and how I have this course structured. So I think there's sort of a natural tension in a lot of these learning theory courses where there's a lot of learning theories, and the way a lot of them are structured is you sort of do one a week. So you read, an article or two for week one, and you talk about that theory. And then you read an article about a new theory for week two, and you talk about that. And each week is sort of one theory. So you get a lot of breadth, sort of a mile wide and an inch deep. But the thing with learning theories is they're kind of deep, right? They require a good amount of reading to understand the theory and how to use the theory, and different ways others have used the theory. And so, in my own experience at UGA, Les Steffi was the one who taught the course. He's a big radical constructivist guy. We'll be reading some of his work this year. He focused more on depth, right? We went really deep into this one theory, and then sort of did projects at the end of the year where we looked into some other theories. And so, what I'm trying to do in this course is sort of merge the two ideas, right? Where we get some depth and some breadth at the same time. And so, the way that's going to happen is you all are going to investigate some possible theories. Now, this is one of the big assignments this week is for you all to sort of go out and on your own look into these and see which ones are interesting to you. This is a list of them. It is not a comprehensive list. There are other learning theories out there. But I did create a list of readings in Canvas by borrowing from a bunch of other math educators' sort of reading list on these topics. And I also just recently found the Encyclopedia of Math Education, which looks like this. And I actually sent a link in the announcements to the course that you can access for free using UD's library. So you can actually read all the topics. They sort of have these quick 2-page-ish summaries of some of these different things. A high level overview, sort of some behaviorism and structuralism are theories that are sort of out of date. No one's using them now. But a lot of famous sort of like Thorndike and Bruner use some of these techniques. So if you're interested in that, we could do some of that. Information processing is more common in learning sciences. And then there's a series of social constructivist and emergent perspective are definitely more social theories. Common cognition is actually a separate theory that Anna Sfard uses that you could be interested in. Some of these other ones are more related to things like situated cognition and communities of practice are a little more teacher learning, but read up on them. Read up on all of these. You can use Wikipedia, you can use the potential list, you can go on the encyclopedia, just scan those and get a sense of what might interest you. Another thing I'm going to be asking you to do is fill out a Google form where you pick the things that interest you. And then what I'm going to be having you do is go deep into sort of 3 theories. We're all going to together go deep into radical constructivism. That's the theory I use the most, the theory I know best. And then you guys in groups of 2 to 3 will be diving into 2 other theories, theory 1 and theory 2. Where different groups will be doing different theories. And so that's sort of where we're going to get the breadth is these as groups you're going to present over the course, sort of second half of the semester. Each group's going to give us a reading to do. They're going to present. We'll learn a little bit about their theory from them as sort of the experts. And then there'll also be sort of final presentations, which we'll talk about closer to the end of the semester. So instead of sort of having this really thin breadth, we're going to dive deep into 3 theories and get some breadth across the other ones. So a typical class structure is going to be us sort of discussing the readings that we read that week, whether it be from me in the first couple of weeks or from the groups. And then in the second half of class, you're going to dive deeper into the theory in your groups, discuss whatever readings you gave each other to do and things along that. So that's the gist of how the class is going to run. Some things to do in the beginning. There are 2 readings for this first week that I want you to read. And then there's these reading reflections Google Forms, which is often how I sort of structure the discussion is the questions you have, and so on. So we have 2 readings this week. The first one is Stinson 2020, which is sort of a really broad overview of sort of learning theories in math over time. And then Thompson 2022 is actually from the encyclopedia with his sort of 2-page overview of radical constructivism to give you some insights into that before we start talking about it more in depth. So I'm going to have those due on 9/1. Then I want you to fill out the Google form with the top 5 learning theories, and that's sort of in the middle of next of 9/4, the week, that second week of classes. And in that week as well, I want you to email me a video to introduce yourself with your name, your program, which I think for this group is PhD or EDD, how many years you've been in the program. If you know what your general research interest is, that's great. It could be something really broad. It could be more focused. And then a boring fact about yourself. So for me, my name is Dr. Tio Paoletti. This is my, I think, 4th or 5th year at UD. As a faculty, I'm now an associate professor. My research interest is in student learning around ideas in algebra and how they think about quantities and changing quantities. And a boring fact is that this is my natural hair color. So film a video like that, put it on YouTube. I'll share those with everyone, and that'll be sort of how we get to know each other. And then we also have readings for sort of the second week of class, which will be due before class on 9/9, which are two von Glossersfeld, we call him von G, 1984 and a 1990 article. So those are the things that I need you to do over the course of the next couple of weeks. If these due dates are problematic for you in any way, if any due dates are ever problematic for you, please just reach out. Let me know what's going on. I'm very flexible, very happy to sort of accommodate things that need to happen. I understand that people have work lives, families, things happen, things come up. We'll make it work. We'll figure it out. So just reach out, communicate. That's sort of what I ask from you. Other than that, shoot me an email if you have any questions. The Canvas page is posted. So the syllabus is on there. The readings are in Canvas under files. You'll see a thing called readings, and they're labeled week 1, week 2, week 3. I'm going to try to use that system. If you have any other questions, please do let me know. Thank you.